bonjour. Negative. Ah, c'est 이게 싸우며 여기만 수위지는 어느 집과 해봐야 우리 보며 내가 보냐는 추억도 오라해시 후회고 에우라 스파다게 되어 수다를 우지고 우리양상 우리양 스윗 Las más, negri buoniana, bonjour, negri.
For many people, the idea of propaganda is used by democratic rather than merely authoritarian will be strengthened.
Well, the term propaganda fell into disfavor around the Second World War, but in the 1920s and 1930s, it was commonly used, and in fact had been, not by leading intellectuals, but by non-political science, by Wilsonian progressives, and of course by the public relations industry, as a necessary technique to overcome the danger of democracy. The institutional structure of the media is quite straightforward. We're talking about the United States, it's not very different elsewhere. The major, there are sectors, but the agenda-setting media, the ones that sort of set the framework for, like the New York Times, Washington Post, and so on. These are major corporations, quite even major conglomerates, like other corporate.
If I could convince myself that attaining the power by proletariat would lead to a terroristic police state in which freedom and dignity and decent human relations would be destroyed, then I wouldn't want the proletariat to take power. In fact, the only reason for wanting any such thing, I believe, is because one thinks that some fundamental human values will be achieved by that transfer of power.
Quand le prolétariat prendra le pouvoir, il se produit que le prolétariat exerce à l'égard des classes originaires de communauté, il exerce un pouvoir violent, dictatorial et même syndical. Je ne vois pas que l'objection qui confère à cela. Maintenant, vous me direz, ainsi le prolétariat exerce ce pouvoir sanglant, tyrannique et injuste à l'égard de lui-même, le prolétariat. Alors je vous répondrai, ça ne peut se produire que si le prolétariat n'a pas réellement pris le pouvoir, mais c'est que une classe extérieure au prolétariat, ou un groupe de gens intérieurs au prolétariat, une bureaucratie du reste politique pour l'humanité, c'est pas
Well, I'm not satisfied with that theory of evolution for all reasons historical and political. But even if one were to accept it for the sake of argument, still that theory is holding that it is maintained that it is proper for the proletariat to take power and exercise it in violent and bloody and just fashion, because it is claimed, in my opinion especially, that will lead to a more just society in which the state will be away of the proletariat.
Sunday afternoon, my father wants me to visit okay. What would you do? I don't care how you think here. You will visit your grandfather. Be polite about it. Nothing better for people explain. Because I didn't speak revenge, the little form. But what the so-called modern, non-authoritarian father do? You must start like this. You know how much your grandfather loves you. I'm not forcing you to visit her. You should only visit her if you really decide. Every time closer, beneath the fear of breach choice, there is a much stronger pressure in state of death. Your father is only letting you. You must be your grandfather, but you must love him. This is why the formula of totalitarianism is not just to eat. Totalitarian formula is I don't know better than you what you really want.
Why you didn't have like a smartphone before?
I'm on my computer all day anyways, so I have zero desire to be on my computer in the few hours that I'm not at my desk. And then, of course, secondly, it's like, I just don't like getting, older people have difficulty with a small, I seriously do not like to use. It gives me not only no pleasure, but it gives me the opposite of pleasure. Yeah, it gives me pain, yes.
And then, but you still have to get one.
Yes, it's the worst thing that happened to me in my past, 1 or 2 years, yeah.
I showed you a very bad iPhone,
Yes.
and then it didn't work very well.
It's not very bad, just old, which means 6 years old or something.
Is that why you didn't want an iPhone? That you hate Apple? You said you hate Apple.
Yeah, Apple is terrible. I mean, because of the whole intentional image of coolness they give themselves. And I've been through it. It's not the first episode. This whole stupid genius center idea that people are dressed and everything is supposed to be somehow cool and modern. But in fact, they're just again, part of this big industry that just makes everyone look the same and behave in the same way. And I find it not cool at all. I find it ugly. And I don't like the whole atmosphere at all. It's for me, I find it repulsive, seriously. And if I go there, we will, even if we go close, it makes me a bad and aggressive mood.
Yes. But it's not really about the product. It's about you against the brand image.
Well, I mean, you cannot separate this anymore. The product is the brand image.
Yes.
bookings on Airbnb needed to be paid for at the time of reservation and were not refundable. After the booking was confirmed, the host got in touch. There was an error, and the price information was incorrect, she said. Normally, she rents the house for at least twice the rate we already paid. Could we cancel, she said. It was fine by us. We told her, however, we could not do this ourselves because we would lose all the money we already paid. She said that she couldn't cancel either. Cancellation on her side would make her lose her superhost status for 1 year. She would rather allow us to stay for a month and lose money than let her profile suffer. Of course, we would be extremely welcome to stay at her place here, no matter which rate we pay. In the liberal West, the Chinese social credit system has been thoroughly condemned. The system, which is currently in various trial stages with different versions being tested in different areas, assigns a credibility rating to people based on, for instance, their repayment of loans, their traffic violation record, or their record of minor public misdemeanors such as jaywalking, littering, or smoking where prohibited. It's typically portrayed as a dystopian Orwellian surveillance monster, as reflecting the authoritarian nature of the Chinese government and demonstrating its lack of respect for individual freedom and privacy. Many critics do acknowledge that similar systems already exist in the West, in the form of credit ratings, police records, and so forth. But the integration into one state-controlled whole, it is alleged, makes a crucial difference. It gives too much power to the state, is too invasive, and impedes human autonomy. In China, public opinion about the social credit system is not at all negative. Research has shown surprisingly high approval ratings, which we also found when speaking to friends, colleagues, and students. The system, it is argued, helps improve public trust in a society where it is perceived as critically lacking.
Man in the sky who controls sexuality and aggression. Connell, the theorist, the most prominent theorist on masculinity, has a book called Masculinity.
Dune is a movie with giant sandworms, mysterious witches, and Timothy Chalamet tripping balls in the desert.
L'échange est uniforme, mais nous voulons, nous, la place. Nous voulons tout uniforme, afin que tout puisse s'échanger, des mots, des marchandises, des hommes, des animaux, de la mort elle-même puisse s'échanger pour des choses. Bon, et c'est une façon d'échanger que de trouver des raisons pour tout, des causes, pour des buts, même si tout. Ça, c'est un mode de l'échange. C'est-à-dire que tout ce qui est Dieu, et ça référence sans équivalence. Il y a un échange de valeur entre quoi que ce soit, mais que ça puisse s'échanger. Ce qui ne s'échange pas, c'est la parabolique pour aller très vite sur un bagage, et c'est pas la peine. Alors, moi, je pense au contraire, cette échange aussi, il est partout dans le public. Si on...
roles become unstable and constantly shifting. Social hierarchies become replaced with hierarchies of objects. This does not simply mean that class mobility increases, but rather that both the people holding certain social roles and the social roles themselves become disposable. Looking at the characters' contact cards, they all say vice president, yet we never see any of them doing any work. And whenever one of them dies or disappears, nothing changes. People barely notice. Productivity itself becomes just one sign among others. For Baudrillard, just like a child being raised by wolves becomes more like a wolf, people being raised by objects become more like objects themselves. Replicable, replaceable, disposable. Another characteristic of the postmodern condition is actual reality. This refers to the way in which the unreal simulations of reality start to seem more real than reality itself. Patrick Bateman is a violent psychopath who tortures and murders people. Nothing could be more real than the flesh that he exerts violence upon. Yet this has no effect on his social life. The way he presents itself is what is seen as real. In one scene, Bateman returns to a house in which he had left several corpses, and all of them are gone, with the house being renovated. After killing his colleague Paul Allen, he leaves a fake voice message on his phone, saying that he went to London. And this is enough for other people to claim that they actually spotted Paul in London. According to Baudrillard, in postmodernity, objects have won, they have conquered, and the subject has lost. Patrick cannot confess to his crimes even if he wants to. He's trapped in the system of objects he has found himself in, and none of his decisions seem to matter. No matter how extreme, no matter how much he pushes them to their limits, the object triumphs over the subject, and illusion triumphs over reality. Towards the end of the movie, Patrick and his colleagues are watching Ronald Reagan making a speech on television. This is no coincidence. Not because I think the author of the book or the director of the movie read Baudrillard, but because it fits very well with the rest of the movie's themes. What better example of the postmodern condition than an actor who has become the president of the world's #1 superpower? Baudrillard himself specifically talks about Reagan in his text America. It is also Reagan's smile, the culmination of the self-satisfaction of the entire American nation, which is on the way to becoming the sole principle of government. An autoprophetic smile, like all signs in advertising. Smile and others will smile back. Smile to show how transparent, how kind you are. Smile if you have nothing to say. Most of all, do not hide the fact that you have nothing to say, nor your total indifference to others. Let this emptiness, this profound indifference shine out spontaneously in your smile. With this smile, Reagan attains a much wider consensus than any that could be achieved by a Kennedy with mere reason or political intelligence. The recourse to a pure form of compliment, be it animal or infantile, is much more successful, and the whole American population comes together in this toothpaste effect. No idea, not even the nation's moral values in their entirety, could ever have produced such a result. Reagan's credibility is exactly equal to his transparency, and the nullity of his smile. And the same quote can be attributed to the smile of Patrick Bateman. Christian Bale has said that while preparing for his role as Bateman, he was inspired by a Tom Cruise appearance on the Late Night Show with David Letterman. Bale said that he saw in Tom Cruise an intense friendliness with nothing behind the eyes. As Baudrillard says, a credibility that is exactly equal to his transparency and the nullity of his smile. He presents himself as a horrible coward. Inside. But inside doesn't matter.